Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, one thing I really like to do are tilt shifts. And for those of you who don't know, a tilt shift effect is a visual illusion to make something appear smaller on a miniature scene, which is done by manipulating the lens relative to the camera's sensor. Now, it's usually done with a specific lens, but obviously on a small drone you can't do this, but we can do it through post-processing software. Now, it can be done on any drone, but today I'm going to be doing it on my DJI Neo. There are going to be a number of things you need to remember. First of all, you need to get quite high and have the gimbal down to about 35 to 45 degrees. You want something with plenty of motion. You want to try and film in the highest resolution as you can. You don't need to worry about anything like HDR or ND filters because we're going to change the image so it looks more like a model. And the final thing is you need to film for at least a minute because we're going to speed the footage up at the end. So obviously if you've got a minute and you speed that up 4 times, that's going to take it down to about 15 seconds. I'm going to use 2 bits of software, both achieve the same thing. The first one is called tiltshift video, which is 8 or 9 years old, so it's a bit of an old bit of software. I don't think it's available for the Android, but it is on iOS. And the other version is being done with Capcut. Right, then let's get started. Okay, so to start off, we're given 2 options of video or photo. So we're going to select the video option and choose the file we want to edit. One of the drawbacks of tilt shift video is the fact that you can't save any of your work. So everything needs to be completed in one go and then exported. So the first thing we need to do is to decide what blur area we want. Now on the bottom right hand corner you can see 5 options: lines, which are parallel, converging, circle, oval, or just a straight line, which will give you half and half. And for this demo we're going to choose the parallel lines. So whatever is in between the 2 innermost lines is what's going to be in focus. The next line is going to be a transmission from focus to blur, and then the final area is totally blurred out. And you can adjust these by using your fingers, pinching on the screen. Next thing we're going to do is adjust the blur, which is on the bottom left, and we're going to set that to about 72%. Next comes smoothing, which increases and decreases the area of the transition. Right, next step we've got to do is increase the saturation, add a little bit more contrast, increase the brightness slightly, and add a little bit of vignette, just so it makes the whole image look a little bit more fake. Next we're going to trim the length of the clip using the film icon. So we're going to move the clip along to the beginning where we want it to start and click the mark in. Then we're going to move to the end of the clip and press the mark out. Next thing we're going to look at is speed, which is a bit more tricky. If you've got a lot of people walking around or something moving slowly, you may want to do a speed of 4 or 8 times. But if you've got a subject which is moving quickly, you may only need to do an increase of ×2. It's all a bit of trial and error, but for this video we're going to stick with ×2. The next 2 options of adding music and adding titles I'm going to ignore because I find it easier to do in other apps such as Capcut. Another limitation of the app is that you can only edit 1 video at a time. So for consistency, you can save the changes as a preset and then reload them ready for the next clip. Once that's completed, all we need to do is export the video, and I always tend to use original. Once that's completed, then you just need to go back and do the same for any other clips you want to include into your video. So you should end up with something like this. So that's the tilt shift video app that's done. Now we're going to concentrate on the Capcut. Okay, now that I've imported the clip, the first thing I'm going to do is stabilize it just to smooth out any little imperfections we may have. You don't have to complete this step, but it may help with the final footage. Then we need to make sure we haven't selected the timeline, and we need to click on Effects, Video Effects, and then Lens. Type in Tilt Shift Lens and select it. Once you've done this, you will see an adjust icon down on the bottom left hand corner. Select this and then we can change the settings. The first option we got is range. Now that changes the amount of blur we have across the whole of the image, so it's adjusting the depth of field. Next we have blur, which controls the amount of blur on the edges of the footage. So if you look at the red and yellow circles at the bottom, you can see it changing there. Next is the vertical option, which adjusts how far up you want the blur to appear, but used in connection with rotate, it'll also move it from left to right or diagonally. And the final 2 are colour and filter, which control the saturation and the contrast across the image. If you want to, you could add an adjustment layer to fine-tune the image, but I think the options you've already got are enough. And there's also a reset option in the bottom left. The next thing is to select speed and normal, and for this video I'm going to set it to about 4 because there's enough motion already going on. Speed option is a lot of trial and error until you get it right. Now, as you can see, the tilt shift lens effect doesn't extend the whole length of the clip, so we need to adjust that to encompass it all. So from this point on, if you want to make a longer video, you will have to add all the new clips and then repeat each of the steps. And then don't forget to add any music or sound effects you want to accompany it. And the final step is to export it at the highest resolution you can. Okay, if you found it useful, give me the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you again next time. Thanks very much.